Last year, as part of one of my top 5 videos, I showcased a planner that I had never held or reviewed before, but I could have never anticipated how excited it would make so many people in our community. The number of comments I get about this planner is truly insane when I haven't even made a review video on it yet. But I can totally see why. Their paper is thicker than any other planner on the market, bar none. Their layouts and color schemes are so customizable, and there's so much packed into these layouts that it's pretty much the only planner you'll ever need. One and done, guys. That's why I reached out to Calibri to sponsor this video. Let's jump right into the first planner. I have every single layout that Calibri offers, every single size, and many of their color schemes. I couldn't try them all out because they have so many. And if this video helps you find your next planner and you're not already supporting another creator, consider using my affiliate link when you purchase. It only takes a couple of seconds and it supports me more than you know. This small business was started by 2 best friends and 2 sisters. It is handcrafted in Southern California. They do not outsource any part of their planner. They have all the details of their story on their website. So go play around, read their story, and have fun building out a planner. These covers are overlaid with 20 mil anti-scratch lamination. So they're really long lasting, sturdy, and waterproof, you guys. I'm going to also show you some of the covers I got with customization. It's a really cool feature. Not only can you get your name on the front or whatever you want on the front, but you can also get a special customizable note inside. I didn't do it on every cover. You can choose a gold or a silver coil. You can see what the matte gold coil looks like with this cover with the gold flowers in it, and the gold coil really looks beautiful. So you have your nameplate page, and you can see throughout Calibri, you'll have beautiful florals and hummingbirds, and they are a paper company. And when you feel this paper, you will understand why they named it Calibri Paper Co. This is 100-pound Mohawk fine paper. You guys, it pretty much feels like cardstock, and that is for all of their inside pages. It prevents ink bleed and gives you a really strong and durable writing surface. When you open your planner, you have a 25-26 calendar. That's because this planner is spanning over 2 years. You can start this planner any month you want. So I started, I think, all of my planners in September because of when this video was coming out. You pick your start month. So that's only one thing that you pick besides the coil and your customizable cover. Up front, I believe this comes in all the works planners. This is a vertical planner. So you're also going to see some special like academic and teacher planners, but we'll go through their basic planners first. You have this My Future Self up front, where you have these different categories: career, health, wealth, family, lifestyle, and personal. So you can think about your goals and where you want to focus your time and energy. You have a holiday list for 25-26, and then you have a birthday tracker with all 12 months on one page. This is just one of their color schemes. I'll tell you the name of it when I get to the page in here. I did write down which color scheme it is. You will see many color schemes throughout the planners I'm sharing with you today. On their tabbed pages, you have even thicker paper. I mean, this is like mega thick poster board almost. You have laminated tabs, really beautiful hummingbird floral motif with your month on there. On the back, you have the same thing. So your month does not open directly to your monthly layout. It opens to your monthly, I call dashboard page. It's your goals and to-dos. You have room for 3 goals for the month to focus on, a main focus up top, and then just a running to-do list for the month. I've actually had people shout this out in my YouTube comments that they love this section on the dashboard. It's simple, yet it keeps them organized for the month. Once again, you'll see the same color scheme running all throughout. These are some of Calibri's stickers that I'm highlighting in here, and I'll show you those sticker sheets in a minute. I did a Sunday start on the monthly and then a Monday start on the weekly. You can do that, you guys. You can pick a different start for your month and a different start for your week. That is like every planner's dream. That is one of the biggest complaints that I hear about when you pick a Sunday start on a monthly with other companies. It has to also be a Sunday start in the weekly and vice versa. But pick whichever start you want. They have lined monthlies with generously spaced lines so that if you have bigger handwriting, this planner will be amazing for you. Your coming in and going out days are grayed out, so it's very visual to your mind. You have your holidays, At the bottom of each day, you have notes room, you have your previous month and your next month at a glance down here. So if you've forgotten the flow, you have your dashboard page for the month with your goals and to-dos. You have your monthly spread. Then you get your monthly budget page and your meal planning page. Now you do have room for breakfast, lunch, and dinner here, but I've heard a lot of people say they just use it for dinner and you just have more space there. You can have your grocery list or just more meal planning there. Notes about your meal plan at the bottom. And then if you like to keep track of your budget in your planner, it is all here. Really easy to keep track of all your expenses. And if you're doing any special saving that month, then you go into your weekly layout. You have a view of your month right here, and the week that you're on is highlighted in gray. You can track up to 4 weekly habits here and hydration for every day, you guys, 7 cups of water. You have your dates. I just like the way that they're so clear. Even without my readers on, I can read them, you guys. And the holidays are at the top of your day on the first line. If there's a holiday, you can see that. So this is called the Works Vertical Lined Planner with everything I got in here, because I did do extra add-ons like the gold coil. It's $76.99. Don't forget, if you're shopping, to always use my 15% off code Amanda's Favorites. The color scheme I chose in here is called Bliss, and the cover is called Tulip. Here is our pen test. So we're not going to do a pen test in every single planner because it's all the same paper. So let's talk about the paper here and look at the pen test. I even wrote with a Sharpie marker. You can see here, it's your normal, like thicker tip Sharpie. I mean, Sharpie calls it the fine point, but I think it's what we all call their normal thicker tip. And I just wrote right in here with it with my normal heavy hand. And if you turn the page, it's not even another weekly layout here. So you guys know more stuff that's on the page camouflages ghosting. This is a blank page with just lines on it. And you can see that you can see where the Sharpie was written and you can see where the fountain pen was written. That's a very inky fountain pen, but there is 0 bleed through. And honestly, once you start writing on this page, I don't even think you would notice the Sharpie or the fountain pen, and everything else you can't even see. This paper is amazing and so fun to write on. Maybe fun isn't even the right word. Maybe satisfying to write on. It is a smooth paper, but I would not call it slick, but it's just a nice, smooth, thick Mohawk paper. It's not toothy at all. It doesn't have that tooth or texture. I did dark mild liner, dark Papermate flare, dual tip markers, a really inky fountain pen, and a Sharpie. So I put everything on this page, and that's our pen test. You know, most planner companies with the highest range of papers have 80-pound paper. This is 100-pound Mohawk paper. On the back of your weekly spread, you get another line notes page. So for your next week, this could be reflection. This could be journaling. This could be just a weekly list or notes while you're on the phone with the doctor or whatnot. So you have that line page every week opposite your meal planning page. How amazing is that? I've had people say that this meal planning page has been life-changing for them. Here's another weekly spread that I did with some of their stickers and just put some activities on here and to-dos. I love the light lines. You can do so much with a lined page. You could just put appointments up top, kind of how I do. You can have visual sections where you have morning, noon, and evening, if that works for you. I wanted to also show you what it looked like to track habits and to check in your hydration. These are the stickers that I used from Calibri. It's actually part of this sticker pack. So if you love seasonal decorative stickers, then this pack is for you because you get 2 pages for every month. This pack is normally $29.99, but they give you options to add on these things when you're buying a planner. And so they give it to you for a discount. So it's $25.50. You get 2 of the exact same pages every month. So you know how you might get one of these pages and be like, oh, I ran out before the month is over, or I wanted to use some in my journaling too. Well, 2 pages per month gives you plenty, in my opinion, to last for your whole month in a planner and even use some for journaling. I love these kind of sticker packs where you get just your stickers for the whole year covering holidays and seasons. Let's flip through here and go to our favorite months, or at least my favorite month. July is really cute, and there is 2 of every month, but September, look at that. Those are the stickers that I used in this planner because it's September. So there's my unused sheet, and here's all the ones that I used, and here's October. So cute. I'm definitely going to use these in my planner. November, we have Thanksgiving and cozy feels, and December. If you are purchasing a planner, you might want to add this on. They also have add-ons like Notepads that you can get to match your planner cover. So this matches another planner cover that I have. You'll see it in a bit. And when you add it on, it's a discounted price. It's normally $8.50. So as an add-on, this notepad is $7.65. And this is thick paper. It honestly feels like it could be 100-pound paper too. I'm not sure if it is, but it is really thick. And I love that you can get it to match any cover with the cover design on there. They also have matching notebooks that with the cover designs, so you can also pick those up. So that is the flow of your planner. Lined page, meal prep page, then your weekly spread, and you just go all the way through like that until your next month. Your next month, you have your goals and to-dos, you have your monthly spread, you have your monthly budget, and then your grocery list for that coming week. So that first week is the only one that the grocery list page does not have the lined page opposite it. And then you go and in between, you have that. When you get to the end, at the end of your planner, you have an important dates. So for the next 12 months, like if you need to plan out appointments or whatnot before you get your next planner, you have a password tracker and a contacts tracker. And then you have 23 blank lined notes pages in the back. And remember, you already have a blank lined notes page for every single week. So that's 52 pages for your lined notes pages for every single week. And then 23 in the back. You get 2 sticker sheets with every planner, and look how your sticker sheet is bordered to match your cover. These say workout, day off, date night, budget, family time, vacation, exam, study, don't forget. Then you have a pocket which matches your planner cover, is very sturdy and is coated in something so that it will last you. And it has a little Calibri Paper Co. label inside your back cover there. Now, these planners are all 12 months except for the daily, but you pick the start month. But with all those extra weekly pages in there, you can see it is a pretty thick, chunky planner. My ring is measuring about 1.75 inches. All right, next up we have the Works horizontal. So like I said, we're gonna go through the basic planners first, and then we're gonna get into the academic and teacher planner. Look how cool this is. You can get your name or whatever you want here on any planner. I just love their cover artwork too. But then inside you can get any quote or anything you want it to say. And it's kind of like a little message for yourself inside. I love how the box looks with the flowers still coming behind it. And I put look for the good. So after seeing how cool this little message looks in here, I wish I would have put something in every planner. So make sure if you're building a planner, don't miss out putting that little message in there. You can write your name right here, your nameplate page, 25-26 calendar, just like the other planner. This has everything the other planner has up front, but this is just called their gray or their neutral. So this doesn't have any color in it. And I wanted to be able to show you one that didn't have any color in it. So same thing with your monthly dashboard, your monthly layout. This one I also picked a Sunday start on the monthly, your monthly budget page. This is how everything looks in they call it the gray layout, but it is their neutral. Here is your weekly in a horizontal layout. This one, the way I built it, cost $70.99. So the color does add on a little bit, of course, because color is printing all over a ton on every single page. And I haven't even mentioned that their planners all come in 7x9, A5 size, or 8.5x11. So all of these, you also have that choice. So far, you've only seen 7x9, but I do have an A5 and an 8.5x11 to show you. When you're picking your name on the front, you do have, I believe, 2 fonts to choose from. This is the standard font, I believe, that I picked. The cover is called Blossom in this planner. And I didn't know how many colors when I mentioned it earlier because I couldn't remember which planner I wrote it in, but they have 34 colors, if I counted that right. In this horizontal, you have 8 lines down here to write on. You have 5 tick off boxes. You have your 7 cups to hydrate for every day. So it's a little bit different than the vertical because your hydrate is on every single day. You do still have your weekly habits up here for 4 habits. You get a good view of your month at a glance. And then the week you're on is once again highlighted in gray. You have equal space for Monday through Sunday. You have Monday through Wednesday on your left and Thursday through Sunday on your right. Your holidays are noted at the bottom of your day. And you have the exact same as the vertical with lines with your lined page and your meal planning page in between each week. And here's a look at a week that I did not write in. So if you're someone who likes to add lots of highlighter, lots of color, lots of stickers of their own, or just likes to leave it plain Jane, then the gray is going to be your color scheme. At the end, you have the exact same number of the 23 notes pages, 2 sticker sheets, and your pocket once again matching the cover. All right, next up in the Works planners, let's do our daily. All right, this is your daily option in the A5 size with the gold coil. I got a different font on this cover, and I'll have the cover name and everything written on the inside. But I wanted to show you a daily in an A5 because I think a lot of people love A5 dailies. Their dailies only have 6-month options because if not, it would be way too thick. So this is 6 months. And once again, start any month you want. And look at that little, I put don't overlook the ordinary in there. Look how cute that looks. So everything up front is the same, nameplate page, your 25-26 calendars, your future self with the different categories, dream it, believe it, see it. Look at this color scheme I put in the daily. I'm in love with this color scheme. Your holiday list is the same, birthday tracker. You can see how different color schemes make the whole planner have a different feel and vibe. And this is how your goals to-do page, your dashboard page for the month looks when it's taken down a little bit to an A5 size, but still substantial amount of room for you to write. I also wanted to fill in some of the monthly on this one to show you that even in an A5 size, I feel like there's plenty of room on your monthly boxes to write because they really use all the page real estate. There's no huge header up there. And then you still have your previous month and your next month and notes room over here. So something to note, even in the A5 size, you still have 5 lines on your month, same as you do in your 7x9 size. So it just means you're losing a teeny bit of the line spacing, but since they have very generous line size, they are still plenty big. Then you have your monthly budget page. And then you get a weekly outlook in your daily planner, you guys, which is what everybody wants in their daily planners. Your week at a glance. I really like how you have the dates really clear and the day of the week really clear there. And then these lines are a bit smaller than their typical lines so that you can fit more in each day. There are 5 lines here for you to write whatever you want, whether you want to map out just your appointments for the week, your workouts for the week, or kids' work schedules. Then you still have your grocery list, meal prep page in your daily planner. And that's also where your habits go in your daily planner and your look at your month. Here's what your daily page looks like. You have from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. with half-hour lines in there. So it's a really light gray line that you could use to divide the half hours, or you can use the more generous line spacing if you just need to write something on the hour. You have a longer line on your timed appointment side than you do on your to-do side, and you'll see your lines line up with your to-do and your timed appointments right there. The cover here is called Tropic, and the color inside is called Stripes. Your hydrate is at the bottom of every daily page, a little note section, 12 to-do tick-off boxes, a big today's goal box at the top, and I really like how the date is big at the top with any holiday that you have up there. It's just you can't miss it. And I personally like that. I can see everything without my readers on. Here's what a day looks like planned out, putting a goal up there, some to-dos, and some time blocking in my day, and checking off the hydrate. I want to show you side by side. This came in the first Calibri order that I shared only on Instagram, and it made it into a top 5 video. But I wanted to show you the A5 daily versus the 7x9 daily. So you have the same amount of time slots. Your lines are just a little bit more generously spaced. Same with your notes and everything. So the line number doesn't change. It's just your page is expanded a little bit from the A5 to the 7x9. You have your same 23 lined notes pages at the back. You have your same 2 sticker sheets and your pocket that matches your cover. This is your 8.5 by 11 planner. I actually can't zoom out any more than this or it will get fuzzy. So we're just going to squeeze in on the screen here. But I wanted to do something a little bit different. I didn't get the typical teacher planner in the 8.5 by 11. I wanted to show you the hourly before we move on to the teacher and the academic. So you have all the same pages up front, your future self, dream it, believe it, see it. This is your gray, of course, your neutral option. You see no color in here. Everything is the same, just expanded bigger. So if you write really big or you just need a lot of room on your page, the 8.5 by 11 is the planner for you. Look at how much room you have on the budget page, on your meal planning page, and then in your actual weekly layout. So this is called their vertical hourly. It starts at 7 a.m. and goes till 7 p.m. with half-hour lines in there. You have 3 lines up top, which could be like your top 3 for the day, or it could be like the weather, your workout, and what you're having for dinner. So you do have that little space up there. If you have a holiday though, it does go on the top line of those 3 lines. You have your month at a glance with the week you're on highlighted, 7 to-do tick boxes, 3 weekly habits to be able to tick off, and your hydration for every single day with 7 cups of water, you guys. So if you need a lot of room for planning, you can pick 8.5 by 11 in any of these planners. You're going to end the exact same with your 23 notes pages, your 2 sticker sheets, and your pocket that matches your cover. How cute is that retro? This is a very retro flower look. And the cover is actually called Retro Bloom. This planner, the way I built it out with the gold coil, but no color inside, is $76.99. And you guys, honestly, the prices on these for being handmade in the USA, having all those extra meal planning sheets and notes sheets in every single week, I think are amazing prices. And don't forget the 15% off code I have. All right, we have 3 more planners, you guys. We have the academic vertical, then we have the academic horizontal, and then we have the teacher planner. Stick around because these are different. And there's different customizations you can do in some of these. So you're going to want to see them. Here I got the silver coil. Look at this mesmerizing cover. I'll have the name inside the book. I did put my name on. I didn't put any quote inside on this one. Your beginning pages are a little bit different in this one since it's the academic vertical. You have your same 25-26 calendar, your same holidays, but then you go into class schedule pages. And I'll tell you the name of my color scheme once I get to that page too. You have 2 2-page spreads of class schedules. So normally in academic planners, I feel like they only give you 2 class schedules, 1 per semester, but they're giving you 4 here. So if something switches or if you need to rework something out, or if this overlaps where you're taking a spring term or a summer term, I think it's really nice they've given you those extra schedules since you can start it any month you want, but it still runs 12 months. Then you go into your monthly and you have the same goals and to-dos page here. Monthly, I picked a Monday start for this one and a Monday start for the week. Here is the academic vertical. Look how interesting this is, you guys. You have 7 subjects with 4 lines if you count the bottom line of the box for every subject. And I do think you would be writing on the bottom line. This once again comes in A5 or 8.5 by 11 too, but this is a 7 by 9. The way I built this one out with just the silver coil is only $61.99. The cover is called acrylic and the color inside here is called their blooms. Now let's look at this interesting layout. Your 7 subjects or your 7 areas of life, because you don't have to be in school to use an academic planner. We all know that. So many people love these divisions for different things in their life. But this one is really interesting because Saturday and Sunday are stacked, as it is often in an academic planner. But they are giving you here, after your Friday, a running to-do list here. So this running to-do list could go with the class subject that is written here. I mean, that would make sense because going all the way across, like if this is, say, History 101, then this is your to-do list for that week for History 101. Or you could use it in a different way. You could use it as just a running to-do list. Or you could use it as a Monday to-do list, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because there is 7. So there are lots of different ways that you could use that to-do list in there. And Saturday and Sunday is just lined. So that's the flow of your academic planner. And as you noticed, there is no meal planner in the academic planner. So when you get to the end of your month, you have projects and exams pages. So you have room for 8 projects and exams for the month, class, description, details about it, deadline, and some to-dos for that. 8 projects and exams to keep track of, and then 5 lined notes pages at the end of every month. So you could use this for meal planning if you needed to. You could use it for whatever you needed to. You know, more to-do lists, writing out a project or some notes on something. You just have 5 lined notes pages per month, which amounts to 60 pages for the whole year, you guys. And then in the back of the academic planner, you have 55 blank notes pages. So this planner is heavy on notes pages. If you're someone who needs a lot of just note-taking room for the month and then just notes at the back, this planner has it. And with your project and exam inserts every month, with them being two-page spreads, that's 24 of those pages for the whole year. So this is the flow of this academic vertical. Your goals and to-dos, which is the same as in the works planners, your monthly layout, your weekly layout, and then after all your weeks, they're not divided up by meal planning or other notes pages. It just goes week after week. Then you have your projects and exams pages for the month, and then 5 notes pages before you flip to your next month. Now at the back, I mentioned having a lot of notes pages. Here is your 55 line notes pages at the back. And as you'll notice, all their line notes pages have a nice header at the top. So you could label whatever it is about up there pretty big to get your attention. You have 2 pages of stickers, all which have to do with school. So they're a little bit different than the works planners. They're exams, read, quiz, study, group study, homework, paper due, no class, vacation. Then your pocket that matches your planner. And you can also add on these pockets for about $3 each, which is a really nice add-on you can do if you need to keep like stamps, receipts, or any kind of little notes that you want to stick in there. You could also just stick like Post-its in there and it zips right back. Here we are with the academic horizontal planner. Once again, I got my name on there and then I put inside Count It All Joy. I really do love this. That's a very original, different thing. Then you have all the same pages up front. Of course, I picked a different color scheme in here, so it looks completely different. But in the academic horizontal, you have the same class schedule pages up front. Then you go into your first month. Whenever you started your planner, your same goals and to-do monthly dashboard page. I started this one on a Monday and I started the week on a Monday. I believe in the academic planner, if I'm remembering correctly, that might be the one where you don't have a choice on what your week starts on. The week may only just start on Monday. But I know in all the works planners, you can start your week and your month differently. This one, the way I built it out is $76.99 with a gold coil. And the color inside that I picked is called Tulip. And the cover itself is called Bliss. This is once again a 7x9. And in this horizontal, you have Monday through Wednesday on your left and Thursday through Sunday on your right. But Saturday and Sunday are stacked with less room because it's an academic planner. You have 9 lines, so it's really generous horizontal boxes for you and 9 tick off to-dos there. So you might have something like your schedule for the day here and just your tick off to-dos or habits for the day there. You have tick off to-dos on Saturday and Sunday also. You have 9 of those, but only 8 lines on Saturday, Sunday. Aren't these colors happy? Then you go into your projects and exams at the end, your 5 notes pages at the end of every month, and it is the same flow as the academic vertical. And you have your 55 lined notes pages at the end once again, your 2 sticker sheets, and your pocket that matches the planner cover. All right, last but not least is the teacher planner. It certainly is not the least in how cute the cover is. I took like no time to pick the teacher planner cover. I saw this one and knew it was the one I wanted. I added a gold coil to it and I didn't put my name or any message in the front of this one. You have your 25-26 calendar, your holiday list, and then we're gonna go into some classroom and class schedule pages. So this is classroom goals and to-dos page, classroom, school year, 3 goals, things to get done. Then you have a class schedule to build out, time and day of the week. Then you have your year at a glance to use however you wish. You have a birthday tracker, a password tracker, student health information with student allergies and medications. You have a behavior log, date, student behavior action taken, a communication log, date, student reason and contact, an expense tracker, and those are all 2-page spreads. And then for the substitute information, you have 8 graph grid pages up front. I know some people like to draw out like seating in their classroom with these pages. Then you go into a student checklist section. You have 26 student checklist insert pages in here, and look how colorful those are. Then we're gonna go into our monthlies. You have a September to-do list, so it is just blank with 4 different to-do lists you can fill in and label those however they work for you. Here's your monthly layout. And then here is the really versatile teacher planner layout, which I think some people might want to use if they're not a teacher. Here's the most versatile part of this planner. You can put between 1 to 8 subjects on this page. You choose. I don't know of another teacher planner that is that versatile. So I put in 5 subjects, which gives me 5 lines, not counting the bottom line, which I would probably write on. So 6 lines. Put in 5 subjects. Your holidays are going to go up top on your top line. Saturday and Sunday are very small because this is a teacher planner. They're stacked because they're also making room to have a weekly to-do list right there in your face for you. So teacher planners can be used for time blocking, for people with jobs that you need things into different categories, or for a family planner, a section for each kid. Well, this way you can pick the number of subjects or boxes that you have for any of those purposes. It's fully customizable. This is a 7x9, so you can get your teacher planner in 7x9. You can also make it 8.5 by 11. This is the only one I believe you can't make A5. The color inside of this one is called Manzana. The vinyl zip pockets that you add on are $3.99 because I also put one in here. The lines in this particular planner, just to give you an idea, are 0.25 inches, so 1/4 of an inch lines. And the flow of this teacher planner is all your weeks in a row, nothing in between the weeks. And then at the end of your month, you have 7 lined notes pages for every month. That is 84 pages for the year. So 84 notes pages just in those monthly pages. You already have the 8 grid pages up front. You have 14 dot grid bullet journal notes pages in the back. And then you have some teacher stickers back here: meeting, test, exam, sick day, no school, vacation, late start, staff meeting, assembly, testing, due. Then your cute pocket that matches your cover. And I did add a vinyl zip pocket on this one too, as I noted. I am so excited that I got to share with you every layout, every different size they offer, so many different color schemes. This is a fabulous company, and I can't wait to hear all your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know what piqued your interest and what layout you would pick if you were designing one. All right, you know the drill, guys. It's time. Let's take our deep breath in together. The deepest inhale you have taken all day. In through your nose, let it just fully fill you up. Think about something joyful or look outside at the leaves while you're doing your breathing. Exhale and take another deep breath while we're talking. I know each one of you holds a lot on your plate every day. Just remember, you're only one person and you can only do one thing at a time. Focus on that one thing and feel good about it. Because in that moment, that's the only thing that's important. Take another deep breath, you guys. Take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. We have people that need us in our lives, but we have to take care of ourselves so that we can be there for them. I'm sending you guys all wishes for a beautiful blue sky. Get outside at least to breathe the fresh air, if not for a walk. Let me know down in the comments if you took a walk this week. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.